I'm going to describe a scenario that a lot of the organizations we work with face. So over the course of a year, there are these check-in points. It could happen once a week, once a month, once a quarter. And these are report-ups where all the different business units in the organization report to senior leadership on the activity that they've had in the past week, month, or quarter. Now, leading up to each of these business units reporting up, they have a bunch of meetings where they prepare a bunch of slides and offer a bunch of context and updates where they tell the senior leaders in the organization what they've gotten done. And they might do this once, twice, 3 times a year for a quarterly business review. And this is what at McChrystal Group we refer to as our operating rhythm, the meetings that are required to tell a story about how the organization is working. Now, all of this tends to take place in PowerPoint, and PowerPoint's great because it's really flexible and it captures a lot of information. But if I was going to create a purpose-built solution, there's a couple of things that I would do that PowerPoint doesn't. One is I would try to find a way to get rid of these pre-meetings. All this stuff up front ends up spending a lot of time that we don't need to waste just organizing information on what we've done. Second thing is I would make sure that all of the information that got shared here was relevant. A lot of times the information that we report up in these meetings is just on our activity, but activity is not productivity. Third thing I would do is I would try to figure out how to get this information in real time. Operating rhythm really is getting the right information to the right people at the right time. And once a quarter might not be enough time for senior leadership to help support the actions that the field is working on to be successful. A piece of technology that solves this that we use at McChrystal Group and we also help support our clients with is a piece of technology called Viva Goals. It's based around the OKR framework, objectives and key results. And that's basically a way for organizations to define what are you trying to get done and how do you know that you've succeeded. It aligns around your mission, vision, and values at the top of the organization and then cascades down to the lower parts of the organization. What do we need to do in order to accomplish the things that we said as an organization we want to get done? All of this is done in a very transparent way. That way, organization leaders have constant real-time visibility about what progress they've made to achieve the organization's goals. We teach frameworks such as PPP, which stands for Progress, Problems, and Plans. So what progress has been done to achieve these objectives? What problems have I encountered, and what's my plan to move forward? Now, all of this information provides context to the senior leaders. That way they know if there are certain problems that could be solved by a senior leader removing a blocker or providing more resources to push this particular plan forward, that senior leader can empower those people lower down in the organizations in order to be successful in driving this moving forward. So we train around check-in procedures that provide context. But another fascinating feature about this technology is there's actually a lot of automation in here that you can provide as well. For example, it connects to things in the Microsoft 365 environment, such as Dynamics. So if some of your objectives and key results revolve around sales, your CRM can automatically put that information into Viva Goals. You can also get things from Planner or projects. As pieces of projects are done, it creates those updates in here as well. Flexible enough for things like Google Analytics. Those things can automatically get pushed into here. And then finally, in order to solve some of the visibility, we configure dashboards for senior leaders so that while there's a lot of context and automatic information that can get populated into the entire platform, only the relevant information is raised to the appropriate level. That way leaders can have real-time visibility on transparent processes in the organization so that they can help solve the things that are going to keep the organization running and being successful. So if I was going to build a solution to solve for the slideware that we've all found ourselves overwhelmed with. I would create a piece of software that solves for objectives and key results a lot like this.